So getting straight with the video, I have made a list of Elden Ring's top strongest dragons from the weakest to strongest in terms of difficulty and when you fight them. Now in total I have counted 16 dragons. Now this includes dragons, dragon wyverns, and dragonkin soldiers. And I'll be ranking them from weakest to strongest. At 16, no surprise to anyone at all, is Flying Dragon Agil. It's kinda hard to miss Agil if you start Elden Ring blind. You just see this giant crater with lake in it, you just go there and he'll just pop up out of nowhere. He's the weakest because you first encounter him, like among all dragons, he's like at the lowest level, like lowest scaling. Now, at first I thought it would be the hardest boss in Limgrave, but he's actually pretty like not that difficult in terms of just bosses in Limgrave. If you're level 30, you can probably just fight him and kill him. Even below that, like level 20 to 30, that's like good range to battle him. Glintstone Dragon's Smarg, or Smarg, however you want to pronounce it, is at number 15 because he's most likely the second dragon you encounter in the game, and by default he should be the second in terms of difficulty. He's definitely stronger than the main boss is Lernia of the Lake. He's stronger than Queen Renala in my opinion. It's just not just him, every dragon is just big HP and big damage, that's it. Not much to say here. He has a blue fire, I guess, that's kinda cool. But I guess in terms of fighting, he should be easier than Agil because you have already faced Agil, so facing another dragon, he already gave you the experience to fight this one. I don't know, but it's just Glintstone Dragon Smart is just outscales Agil in terms of just HP and attack, so he's here for now. Magma Wyvern, found in the Caelid tunnels, where you find Moonveil Katana, is at 14. Now, he might do less damage and has less HP than Glintstone Dragon Smarg. However, because you're in this tight little place, there's nothing you can do. You can't really go far from him, and his one attack, he just stands up and puts his weapon on the ground. It just does immense damage. Not to mention the lava, it just staggers you the entire time. It's just he's more annoying to fight. It's not because he's that bad, he's hard. It's just the terrain around him, it's harder, so that's why I put him above Glintstone Dragon Smart. 13 might come as a surprise, as Dragonkin Soldier is a lot tougher than you guys think. He has next to no HP at all, which is the good thing, but his attack, it just does way too much damage to anyone at that level. He borderline does like, not endgame, but like good Lindell level damage, but his HP is just incredibly terrible, and he is slow, but he hits really hard. Not much to say again. It just he's above Magma Wyvern because he might have less HP, but it just his attack just do immense damage. 12th is Magma Wyvern Makar. He's above the previous Wyvern and Dragonkin Soldier because he just outscales him. Not in attack in the Dragonkin Soldier, but in terms of HP and the train as well. It's a lot harder, it's a lot more close. But you can have an ally to fight him, which makes it a lot easier, but he should like outscale Magma Wyvern and Dragonkin Soldier. 11th is Dragonkin Soldier of Noxtella. I put him at 11 because he's just an upgraded version of the regular Dragonkin Soldier. And his phase 2 has this lightning transformation. He does this ice lightning damage to you. And that just, it also, like the previous Dragonkin Soldier, he just does like a lot of damage to you. Each attack makes you like basically near death, and you just have to drink your flask. You can't do anything else besides that. And this one has a lot more range as well, so he's just more deadlier. 10 is Magma Wyvern, that's found in the Volcano Manor. Now this is just back and forth, the Dragonkins and the Magma Wyverns, how you pronounce that. Again, he just outscales anyone before him. You find him at Volcano Manor. Now there are 2 at Volcano Manor I counted, but they should generally be the same. Like Vernham is harder because you find him in this like caved in area, but they both don't have a name. They're both just Magma Wyvern, like the one that's found in Caelid. But they're just a lot tougher, and they're stronger in Magma, which does damage to you over time as well. 9 is Dragonkin Soldier, that's found in the Rot of Lake. Again, we're going back and forth with these 2 dragon kinds. He's the strongest Dragonkin Soldier that you find in the game. Again, like every Dragonkin, he has bad HP, but his attack is just immense. And also, you're just surrounded by rot as well. Like I said, the train. This one helps so much for him. Because you're most likely rotted when you fight him, and even when you die, you come back. There's a high chance of getting rotted again. There's just nothing you can do against him. Like, there's little room to dodge, and you can just get rotted and killed that way. Number 8, this is where the dragons actually start to get on a whole different level from the one before. Maybe the Dragon King Soldier of Rock could challenge them, but Flying Dragon Girl comes at 8th because she's a flying dragon. He's just really strong, that's it. Like, this fire has a lot of range, and you fight him on this bridge, and if he does a fire attack where he just gets up in the sky, blows fire beneath him, that's most likely gonna hit you. And this dragon most likely gonna two-shot you anyway. He's found in the northern parts of Caelid, which is pretty much endgame level, so he scales to endgame. 7 is Elder Dragon Grail. Now you might be laughing right now, like he is the weakest one. You bleed him and you just rune farm him, and that's true, but if you fight him regularly, if you fight all of his children that's underneath him, it can be a really big challenge. He can debuff you, make you weaker, and make you take more damage. While his children, now one of them you can fight alone, but there are 3 you fight at once, which is, I mean, that sounds really bad. Like 3 dragons at once. They do a lot of damage as well, and it doesn't help that there are 3 of them. Now luckily they are at half HP, but if they're full HP it'll be a lot harder. But I would still put him at 7 though. So because of those reasons, if you fight him fair and square, he's a lot harder than just bleed build and kill him and take his runes. 6th is the King Dragon Akizix. I don't know how you pronounce it. Akiz, whatever you pronounce it. I didn't have any footage for him. I didn't realize I was not recording, but he's here because, like the Dragon King Soldier Fire and Rot, he can most definitely rot you. Now he is weaker than Grail, Flying Dragon Grail, but it doesn't matter. He has rot. Like his rot is really like AOE as well. He can spread far and wide across the land. And there's this one attack where he spits on the ground and he just pours rot everywhere. That damages your character, but that also gives you raw build up as well, so that's like double the damage pretty much. I put him at 6 just because he should be harder than the other dragons because he has raw and he does damage at the same time, so that's like 2 different damage variants at the same time. 6th, I have Ancient Dragon Lantisax. She's just a tank, a massive tank, and does massive damage. That's it. Nothing special to her, she's just there, I guess. There are more variants of her you find in Fire Missoula. I think they should be strong as her, if not maybe a little bit weaker than her. And also I'm not counting all those Fire Missoula dragons, just because there's so many of them. And this list would pretty much be from like 5th to like all the way 4th, like 3rd, 2nd, or 1st would be, oh, Dragon Fire Missoula, Dragon Fire Missoula, Dragon Fire Missoula. So I made the dragon with a name only on the list. Well, somewhat name. 5th is Great Warman Theodorix, who you find in concentrated snowfields. Because he's end game, he should be harder than Ancient Dragon Lantisax. He just has more HP, he does more damage overall. And he fights like a magma horn, which my personal opinion has better skill set than Ancient Dragons. They just roar at you and like throw lightning and fire, while this guy he just attacks you. He goes at you every second he has. So 5 is Great Warman Theodorix. 4th, Lynch Dragon Fortisex. I'm probably gonna get crucified for this one. Endgame boss level at only 4. How? Well, because he's just not that impressive. He's easy to dodge. You can just dodge him, and he doesn't attack you that often as other dragons do. His dragon, now this one, he does do a lot of damage, and he obviously has a lot of HP. But he just comes up short when it comes to the other dragons. 3rd, Glintstone Dragon Adula. Now 3rd and 2nd, you can probably change that position and nothing will change. Now I put him there because he does frost damage, and he just does extra damage on top of that. And when you're frozen, you obviously take more damage over time. And he's also near endgame level. You fight him when you give Ronnie a ring just before that. Now he doesn't have that much HP as Lynch Dragon Fortisex, or probably not as attack as him. But again, the ice, when you put the ice damage, when you get frozen, which you probably most likely aren't gonna get with his sword attack unless you dodge it, you will just take more damage than Lynch Fortisex anyway. You will take more damage from Adula than Lynch Fortisex. Second is Burlist of Freezing Fog, because he's just a better Adula. Yeah, I think he has more HP, more attack than Adula, I might not be sure. But every attack is in Coated with Ice, so you're just gonna get frozen no matter what. And this one attack where he just breathes at you, you head down, then you get up. That's 2 damage, and then you take the ice damage on top of that. That kills everyone. You have to be really careful while fighting him. Number 1, Dragon Lord Paludas. That's how you pronounce that. Obviously, he's number 1. He has the biggest HP tank of all the dragons, most attack. This one laser attack he does at you, where you just die, and you can't do anything to that. He disappears, reappears, attacks you out of thin air. His skill set is really he has a lot of range, damage, and just everything above. He doesn't have any stat damage like Borales, Adula, or even Decaying Dragons, but he makes up for it with his massive tank and massive attacks. I mean, he is the lord for a reason. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This was my personal list who I think is the toughest or the weakest dragon. Feel free to tell me your opinion in the comments below. It would mean a lot if you guys would comment or subscribe to the channel, maybe give it a like. I went with not that much explanation of the dragons, why I gave them the ranking I did, but whatever I said, hopefully that can convince you. Do you think these are the accurate rankings? Again, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and have an amazing day. Bye bye.